Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Robin, a Disney Noob, and today we have a special episode. We're gonna go over the top 10 foods that are best value. So they have to be delicious, they have to look good, and they have to be shareable, especially if you have a big family, you got kids. This is gonna bring you the best bang for your dollar. So we're gonna go through the park and I'm gonna give you the top 10. They are not gonna be in any particular order. I'm just gonna give you guys what I think, honestly, is the best value, the best delicious foods for the money. Has to be big. Has to be good, has to be shareable. Let's go. Yeah, so making this top 10 list wasn't that difficult. There was about 7 items that I could just think of from the top of my head. Obviously, really, really delicious, worth it, worth the money, number 1. And number 2 is shareable. Some of these items are gonna be cheap. You know, I know some of, a lot of the items, a lot of the food items have gone up in price. Disneyland has adjusted their menus for the new pricing recently. So everything's got a little bit more expensive. So I want you guys to get the best food and also get the best value of foods. Lots of food, lots of meat for your money. So we don't have any drinks in the top 10, unfortunately. None of the drinks, in my opinion, are high value. They're all like $6-7, and most of the time it's just lemonade or some kind of soda with some sugar in it. And to be honest, those are not great values. Oh look, there's Daisy. That's cool. All of these foods are available today. I excluded any items that are not on the menu or which are just seasonal. The top 10 I'm giving you today are all available right now. We're pretty much gonna go through every land because I think each land kind of has one item that is like high value or just super out of the park, Hall of Famer or super delicious that you have to try. That's gonna bring you high quality or high quantity or both, right? So that's kind of the mission today. They're not in any particular order. I think if you hit up any of these top 10, you're gonna be happy. And most of these are shareable. If you're a big eater like me, usually one of these should hold you down for a while. If not 2, if you need 2 of these, you know, man, you probably swam a lot or just worked out right before you came to Disneyland. So hopefully these are gonna be good for you. If you agree with any of these, or if you disagree, that's fine too. Drop down in the comment below and let me know what deserves to be in the top 10 highest value of Disneyland, California. Let's go. All right guys, so our first stop is gonna be here at Jolly Holiday. Yes, they've revamped their menu for 2025. They opened again, or reopened Q1 of 2025. And right now they are featuring the Bulgogi toasted sandwich with corn cheese soup for $15.49. It is just a giant sandwich. It's got a lot of meat. It almost reminded me of the previous toasted cheese, which is the birria toasted cheese. And that one, I think had the same meat, but this one is a Bulgogi, kind of themed with Halloween and the winter. Very festive. The meat is a high quality meat. There's tons of it. You have a nice buttery toasted cheese. And the Bulgogi sandwich is Korean inspired. It has Bulgogi marinade. So it's got a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of savoriness, got that Korean barbecue flavor. And you pair that up with that corn cheese. You don't really need the corn cheese. You could just drink the corn cheese as a soup on the side. But if you want, you could dip it in. And it is just a delicious meal. It's big enough to share if you need to. My wife and I usually split that in half and I let the kids have a bite. Yeah, the Bulgogi toasted cheese is one of my favorite foods here at Disneyland Park, and it's definitely gonna make it to the Hall of Fame list of 2025. So this is gonna be one of the highest value. You're gonna get a lot of meat and a lot of food, a lot of cheese, and it's just delicious. So I think $15.49 is about the average price of most of the meals here, but because the quality is so high and you get enough quality, this is gonna make the list. All right, another high value item is the Hazelnut Brownie Tart, here also at Jolly Holiday for $5.99. It is a hazelnut spread and brownie filling topped with purple cream cheese frosting, splatter, chocolate moon, a bat, and orange sprinkles. Honestly, for $6, you can't go wrong. You know, my wife and I were super surprised when we got it. It is as big as my hand, and it's very thick and dense. It's not overly sweet, so you can share it with your family. Honestly, with my family with 2 kids, it's big enough to share with a family of 4. And for $6, that is probably the best value item here at the park. You cannot miss it. Next, we are here at Maurice's Treats, and the garlic cheesy pretzel bread for $8.29 is out of the park. My son really loves this. Both of my sons love it. It's a giant pretzel bread with tons of garlic and it's toasted. For $8, it is definitely a home run. It's big enough to share, but my sons, honestly, they never want to share. They just want to pack it home. This is one of the favorites for kids. It's an easy food, great to go, and it's right next to the castle. So just like Jolly Holidays, both of these spots are positioned in a very tactical location. So if you guys want to kind of grab a bite while you're waiting in line for the PTN show, or waiting in line for the fireworks or anything, or if you just want to just grab and go, this Maurice's Treats is excellent. So one of those blue things is a garlic cheesy pretzel bread. Another variant of this garlic cheesy bread is gonna be over at Edelweiss Snacks. They have basically the same thing, but with the bratwurst in the middle, but that one's a lot more expensive. That one's $13.79. It's the Fantasyland garlic cheesy bread. It is a bratwurst and a cheesy garlic pretzel bread. So basically it's the same thing as the one here at Maurice's Treats, but they just insert a giant bratwurst. So if you want some sausage, that is better, but it's gonna cost you a little more. All right, next up, we are here at Bengal Barbecue, and I recommend the skewers here. My favorite is the pork belly skewer for $8, but you can also get the chieftain chicken skewer or the banyan beef skewer for $7 or $7.50 respectively. Basically, you get about 3 giant pieces of meat, 100% protein, unprocessed for $7, $8. I think it's a pretty good value. I almost always get it around 11, 12 o'clock before the park closes, to just get a little bite before I gotta drive home. It's high value, low carb, high protein, great meal to go, and it's on a skewer, so it's great to have in line or great to have while you're waiting for the show. Highly recommended. Great value for the money. Again, my favorite is the pork belly. The pork belly is actually a pretty good quality. It's not overly fatty. I did have a couple that were a little bit burnt, but overall 9 out of 10 times it's always perfectly cooked. It's got a nice little char on it, got a little piece of fat, but mostly good protein. It's definitely gonna make this list for the top 10. Now, one pro tip I wanna share with you guys is when you guys come here to the parks, just download the app and mobile order it. I see a lot of people waiting in line to order and another line to pick up. That's gonna take out a big chunk of your day, especially if you're gonna eat 3-4 times. So highly, highly recommend. Just have one person quarterback the day, and they're gonna basically take everyone's order and put it on a credit card. Hopefully you have a Disney gift card or a Disney Visa card, and you get some money back. Mobile order everything, because even if you mobile order it, you have to let them know that you're ready to eat. Like, they can make your order for pickup. So even if you set the times, you can always push them back, and you can always cancel it too. So make sure you push it back if you can't make your time, and if you just need to cancel it, go ahead and cancel it. But definitely mobile order. That is really the hat trick here. If you are an AP holder, make sure you go to guest services and get that 10% or 15 or even 20% off, depending on your tier level. All right, guys, we're here at Royal Street Veranda for the roasted vegetable salad for $11.79. If you guys saw my most recent videos, this is a definite hit. It's basically a beet salad. It reminded me of the one at the Palm Breeze bar over at the hotel. Very, very high quality. Only thing I would say, it comes in a plastic to-go container, but as far as the food, even the presentation, it's an A+. I mean, if you like salads like me, if you like beet salads like me, this is an A+. You gotta get one of these, and for $11.79, you can't go wrong. Definitely one of the best values here at Disneyland Park. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite salads here at the Disneyland Park. It is actually a real salad. Some of the other salads I've had, they're kind of mediocre. A lot of antipasta salads here. There's a couple spots that have the same exact salad, but this one is just really different. It's definitely higher end. They chop the beets. They have both the golden and the standard red beets, and it just looks different. Definitely a higher end salad, and it's a full salad. Only thing is that it comes in like that plastic to-go container, which actually I prefer. If I'm gonna be watching the Fantasmic show or watching the fireworks, I'm not gonna be posted up in this small space. That's one of the biggest cons of Royal Street Veranda, is that they have a very, very small space, and it's open air. It's not really covered. They have some umbrellas, but you definitely want to move, and we usually eat at another location. This is definitely gonna make the list because it is the best salad at the park currently right now, and for $12 or just under $12, this is a home run. And if you love beets and you want to get a little healthy, have some greens in you while you're having your treats the rest of your day, this is a great stop. So definitely gonna make the list. Highest value as far as good nutrition, good quality of salad, and of course it's delicious and it's shareable. Hey, shout out to Eric. Eric was in line for the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and he just yelled at me, and I know we couldn't get him on camera, but he wanted to just say hi. So thank you to all the subs. If you guys are at the park, just yell my name or just yell Disney Noob and I will say hi. If you want to be on camera, let me know. Next, we are here at Tiana's Palace for the 7 Greens Gumbo with chicken and andouille sausage for $17.49. Don't be afraid of the price. It is actually worth it. It is basically the 7 Greens Gumbo, but you also get some chicken. So if you don't want the chicken, you can just get the gumbo, but this is an amazing value. It's very, very filling. You get lots of rice, lots of gumbo. It's inspired by one of the famous chefs down in New Orleans. So it actually tastes like a real gumbo from New Orleans. So it's an awesome treat to get a quality gumbo here at a Disneyland park. There's lots of chicken and sausage in that dish, so it is definitely worth the money. It's not all sugar and carbs, and that's not what you're buying with your money. So even though it's a little bit more pricey, your dollar's gonna go a long way. Definitely gonna make the list. I highly recommend getting it with the chicken, so you have some protein with that gumbo and rice. So if you guys are picking up food anywhere in this area, that is a great spot to eat. So there's actually a whole row of tables, and it's kind of away from the crowd. It's a little bit quieter, and you get a view of the Mark Twain when it's running or the pirate ship when it's running. So you get both the pirate ship, the Mark Twain, you get the raft going back and forth to the Tom Sawyer Island. It's a great place to just eat and chill and have your kids try to eat. Try to eat in one place. It's a little bit, it's kind of contained, so you can actually kind of trap them in that dining area. And my kids love it. And they can see ducks, and they can't see fish, but you can see ducks. It's a good spot to chill. Let me show you guys again. So right here, guys, so you have the raft right there, but just all through here is kind of a dining section, and actually in the back there, tucked behind the Mark Twain, it's like another kind of quieter private dining area. That's kind of where like my wife and I want to hang out with the kids. It's a little bit quieter, a little bit more peaceful, especially if you want to have a peaceful meal. That's where I recommend eating. All right, guys, we're heading over to one of my favorite restaurants here at the park, DB7, aka Docking Bay 7. I would say it's arguably the best restaurant overall. The ambiance, the menu, the kids menu, and of course the attractions around it. If you guys have never been to Galaxy's Edge, this is arguably the best land of Disneyland. So this place at night is popping. They have the Ray's lightsaber projection show. You can also watch the fireworks from here. So this is gonna make the list, the Endorian Fried Chicken Tip-Yip here at DB7 for $15.49. It is a crispy chicken, roasted pepper mash, country gravy, and charred broccolini. This is one of my favorite meals here at Disneyland. I always tell my friends and family to come here first if you guys are coming to Disneyland for the first or second time and you guys are not from around here. This is one of the best places to start your trip. DB7 does close at night for special dinners and special fireworks in the evenings. So you can only eat here during the daytime, really. So I highly recommend checking out DB7, and that Endorian Fried Chicken Tip-Yip is straight up bombies. What's even better value than this is actually the Youngling Fried Chicken Tip-Yip for 11 bucks. You actually save a lot more money, and that one actually comes with a free drink and some sides. And my kids love the mac and cheese. They'd rather have mac and cheese over that mashed potato. Both of these Tip-Yip chickens are gonna make the list of the best value, arguably the most delicious chicken here at the park. Yeah, one of the coolest things about Docking Bay 7 or DB7 is that you're right next to the Millennium Falcon. I mean, like literally like 15 yards from it, and you're in between two rides, so it's a great place to post up, especially if Rise of the Resistance is down, like right now. Like I overheard some people complaining that the ride is down. That's the perfect time to go to DB7. That's the best time to go and try your chicken tip-yip. Thank you. Try that chicken tip-yip, or even the black calf. I know a lot of folks love the black calf. I personally am not a big fan of it, and you can watch my other videos of why. Oh, I forgot to mention, DB7 is also right next to the Cantina, Oga's Cantina. So if you guys are waiting in line, Oga's Cantina is always busy. So if you've never been there, you have to experience it. It's definitely a unique experience. that if you've never done, I highly recommend it. So if you're waiting for your spot at Oga's Cantina, or if you're waiting for a ride after a breakdown, or you just want a cool spot to chill and eat, at Galaxy's Edge, DB7 is your spot, man. I mean, like I said, it's not in any particular order, but I might put that spot at number 1. All right, guys, now we're headed over to one of my favorite spots, and it's only available for dinner, Red Rose Tavern. Let's go. All right, next up we have all the fantasy Fairefolds here at Red Rose Tavern. They're about 14, 15 bucks, but as I mentioned earlier, they are only available for dinner. And yes, all 4 of them are a home run, hit it out of the park type of Fairefold. If you don't know what a Fairefold is, just imagine a Taco Bell Crunch Wrap, but like 10 times better and way more expensive. So they have chicken, they have spicy chicken, they have the burger one, and of course the veggie quinoa. The burger one used to be my favorite. Now my favorite one is the veggie quinoa. The quinoa with the arugula and that sauce. It's just really, really delicious. It's a good balance of meats and vegetables. Well, that one doesn't have meats, but the other ones has a good balance of meats and potato. Each one of them has like this giant crispy hash brown. Just imagine like the McDonald's hash brown, but like 3 times the size. So it's way bigger. It's gonna fill you up. Every single guest that I brought here, and they've tried it for the first time, they all loved it, and they couldn't believe they had this at Disneyland, California. So yeah, Disneyland has really, really upped their food menu. I know they've increased their prices, so I want you guys to eat the best and make sure your dollar goes really far. They do close Fantasyland a little earlier due to the fireworks. So you kind of have a narrow window, and I think that's why a lot of people don't know about. It's kind of a hidden gem. The Fantasy Fairefolds here at Red Rose Tavern, they are a Hall of Famer. Like, they're a Hall of Fame dinner. Unfortunately, it's only dinner. I wish they had it for breakfast, so you put a little egg in there, that'd be even better. Make sure you pick one up before your fireworks, before the Fantasmic show, or the PTN, whatever you gotta do. This is great. It's a good handheld. It's big enough to put inside your backpack, or stuff it in your big pockets and just take it on for the ride. Yeah, also Red Rose Tavern has one of the best dining areas. It's a large space. It's very cool. They also have kind of a private area, so check to see if this room is available. It's a great place to eat. There's a lot of space outside if you want to eat outside, get some fresh air. But if you want to stay in a nice air-conditioned space, Red Rose Tavern is one of my family's favorite spots. They have the band playing and riding the carousel, the King Arthur carousel. This is crazy. I have never seen that. And you have Mary Poppins on there too. That is so dope. That is really dope. I've never seen the band and Mary Poppins on the King Arthur's carousel. But yes, they are on it and they are playing music. They are multi-talented. That is a real cool treat, not only for the kids, but also for the adults. All right, guys, now we're heading over to the Fantasyland Theater area. They have one kind of hidden restaurant a lot of people miss, and they have one of the best food items, probably the healthiest at the park. So if you're a parent, hope you're listening, this is a great place to feed your kids some snacks that's somewhat healthy. So if you guys don't know, this part of the park is right before Toontown. So if you don't have little ones like younglings, you probably will never go up to this side of Disneyland, or this north of Disneyland, the true north. This place is popping, and they have baked potatoes, and we've tried all of them, guys. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure you watch that video for an honest assessment. But here we are at Troubadour Tavern, one of the best spots if you want a high value, high return for your money. Get any of those baked potatoes. So baked potatoes here at Troubadour Tavern, they range from about 9 to 13 bucks. The Troubadour baked potato is 9 bucks and always available. The seasonal potatoes are a couple dollars more. The chicken pot pie potato was my personal favorite, but is no longer available now. But currently available is the Bulgogi potato and Celebration, which is the Thanksgiving version, baked potatoes. I think for a baked potato, You can't go wrong. I wish they would put a little bit more cheese on them, but as far as value, for like 10 bucks, you're getting a pretty big meal that's gonna hold you down or hold your family down for at least another couple hours. And I know it's a little bit out of the way, so like this is a great spot if you're like hungry and you're like at Toontown. Or if you're hungry and you just got off the It's a Small World ride, because you're away from a lot of the major players, but there's like this one little hidden spot here. Mr. Troubadour Tavern is hidden, and it's right next to the Pixar Theater, or we don't call it the Pixar Theater, but it is right next to the theater where they have a lot of the Pixar events, Pixar dance shows, so you don't have to walk all the way across the DCA, or if you don't have a park hopper, this is a must stop. So if you don't have a park hopper and you want to experience a little bit of DCA, this is a great place to stop. This theater usually has shows, has dance parties, and of course, one of the best high values, baked potatoes. So grab any of them. I always recommend the highest one, if the most expensive one, which is going to be the seasonal one, or kind of like their specialty one. Even the Waltz chili one, that was actually pretty good too. So, I mean, it's a baked potato. You know, it's a real potato. It's all real food, not processed. Maybe the cheese is processed, but everything else is fresh. The green onions, the meats, they're all delicious. So this is definitely going to make the list for the highest value here at Disneyland Park. All right, guys, we're heading over to our last stop. And like I said, it is not in any particular order. This actually might be number 2 or 3 on my list personally, but it is gonna be the shrimp fusilli pasta here at APP. It is a fusilli pasta topped with garlic shrimp. Lots and lots of garlic shrimp, by the way. Parmesan pesto cream sauce and sun-dried tomatoes with shaved Parmesan cheese. Yes, real Parmesan. It's not the processed, it's the actual cheese that they scrape off. This is honestly one of the best pastas here at the park. My wife and I come here often for date night. We usually post up in one of these benches and we watch the fireworks. So this is a great place for couples, great place for families. It's a nice air-conditioned space inside. They also have a huge space for dining for folks that are leaving that very, very scary ride. But yeah, this is one of my favorite places, and it's a high value. Anytime you get pasta here at Disneyland, it's gonna be cooked to perfection. And this one has shrimp and lots of it. All right, guys, that about wraps up for today's top 10 highest value foods here at Disneyland, California. Again, I didn't have any drinks on the list because, to be honest, the drinks here most of them are misses, and they're not really good values. They're all just basically like a variant of a regular soda or just a plain lemonade. They add a bunch of sugars, maybe some toppings, and then sell it to you for about 12 bucks. So thanks for watching, guys. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you at the next one. Peace. Hello. Can I do some pin trading?
Yes, go right ahead.
Alrighty, thank you. All right, there's some cool pins here. Let's see which one should we trade. Trying to see what my wife would like. Let's get some hidden Mickey ones, guys. Let's get this one, the Donald. This is the Star Wars one. Is that a hidden Mickey?